Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Imperial War Planet She-Hulk Issue 1 2025. Oh, yeah, and this one is $4.99 as well. One shot, and this is Stephanie Phillips, Jonathan Hickman, Emilio Laiso, and Matt Miller. So, we had last seen She-Hulk on Sakaar, and this is where we pick her up on. This was meant to be a period of peace. 5 days without violence, just 5 days to honor King Hirokala's death and to allow his 5 wives a period of mourning. I've been doing my best to maintain that peace just as the Hulk requested. And while I knew this was not going to be an easy job since the default for Sakaar seems to just be death and chaos and violence, I really could not have imagined I would be standing here accusing one of you of murder. But it's true and I have all the evidence. It's like, oh god, let's see how this goes here with this murder mystery. Sakaar and Nebo, Day 4. One of Hirokala's mourning widows is a cold-blooded killer. Havaki, Hirokala's wife, number 4. Alara, wife number 5. Thorn, wife number 3, and also a witch. Marin, wife number 2. Juno, the OG wife. First impressions can be deceiving. Take me, for instance, Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk. If you're new to my story, you might look at me and think I'm some kind of galaxy-traversing noir detective with a fetish for gladiator cosplay. But in reality, this is pretty much just be like, okay, this is a different kind of setup for She-Hulk than normal, and then giving you a kind of little rundown if this is your first thing with She-Hulk, which I think they do well enough organically. I'm just a regular human girl from California who was shot and received gamma-irradiated blood from her cousin Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. The transfusion gave me superhuman abilities like being big and green. The angry part I already had down all on my own, thank you very much. And while the She-Hulk part of my life was definitely a transition, I adapted, I found a way to use my law degree to defend costume heroes and sometimes villains. And of course, still make time for kicking Titania's ass across New York City on the weekends. It's all about adaptability and caffeine. It's like, okay, pretty good job there. Just one page to kind of get you up on She-Hulk and then seeing the differences of what she has to deal with here. Sakaar and Nebo, Day 3. Alright, but I don't want to adapt to an alien planet filled with gladiators and warlords who only ever want to kill each other. I wouldn't either. First, the atmosphere on Sakaar is causing me to break out worse than when I hit puberty in high school, and Alexis Waltz told everyone to call me Captain Crater. Second, the gravitational changes are wreaking havoc on my digestion. It's like, yep, I get you on that kind of front. And third, I've dedicated my life to upholding justice based on a system of laws meant to help maintain order. And while I may have promised Hulk I would keep the peace on Sakaar for 5 days, I have no illusions that this planet could ever create a sense of order. The thing about making bad choices, champ, as we see pretty much people trying to kill each other, and then She-Hulk being like, no, is that they usually come with bad consequences. And that's me. I'm the bad consequence, in case that wasn't clear. You know what? Forget it. I know you didn't come here for the pre-battle quips. You're just here for, smashing. And I love this. That's like, yes, very, I like the progression of this page, and then leading to the smash there. That's, you're doing She-Hulk, and you're doing a Hulk. You need a smash like that. 10 out of 10. No notes. And then the other person's like, question mark, oh, fucking shit. And I love that we get some different kind of panelings to kind of check out shit here, while also having She-Hulk looking badass with her sword there. First good choice I've seen someone make since being on Sakaar, as that person just bolts. The next person who decides to break the peace will end up with more than fractured ribs on whatever alien bitch you've got. It will mean your head or heads if you have multiple. I'm an equal opportunity beheader. I hate to be the one to point this out, Jennifer, but beheadings aren't known for being particularly peaceful. Conrad, I believe, the Royal Sakarian Consul, former gladiator turned cyborg. Violence is all anyone here responds to, Conrad. I don't blame her for going for how they do it in Rome. Right, well, I also hate to be the one to tell you what has happened at the palace. It's most unfortunate, but it seems there's been a murder. It's like, do. And I kind of like that it's a kind of murder mystery here. And then it's just gnarly on this page setup, zooming in on the dead body on the throne. Hirokala's former throne room. His name is Alistair Stone. He was the primary political advisor to Hirokala. Political advisor? Excuse me if I don't see the political strategy behind all the random acts of violence on Sakaar. Alistair helped Hirokala find alternative solutions to that violence, Jennifer. Why do you think he had 5 wives? Because therapy wasn't covered under his royal healthcare plan? And It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, she's trying to even just, like, connect of, like, I'm trying to use my frame of reference and yours. Ovaki Unali, Hirokawa's fourth wife, is the princess of Dynast Kar, a planet that, for a time, considered invading and enslaving Sakar and Nevo, until Hirokawa married the princess and signed a treaty with her father. Nothing says diplomacy like turning a woman into a trade agreement. It's like, yes, it's like, that doesn't usually solve most things. For Thorn, Hirokawa's third wife. Her marriage to Hirokawa brokered peace between the crown and the coven of the Burned Hand. Witches? Oh yes, very formidable witches, Jennifer. Conrad, do Hirokawa's widows still have security clearance for the palace? Of course. Like when you arrived, Hirokawa's widows are all cleared by the biometric system. They may come and go without setting off any of the palace's many security protocols. What exactly are those security protocols? The usual, I suppose: surveillance alarms, false floors that lead to pits of iron spikes, incinerating lasers that come from the walls and ceiling, and as we see them kind of working this out. And then she's like, hold up, alright, it's easier to make a list of, yeah. Really wishing I knew all that before I agreed to sleep in one of the guest rooms here. But putting that aside for a moment, you're telling me Hirokawa prepared this place to take on a small army all while he sleeps, but one single murderer managed to evade iron spikes and lasers. Well, can you get me a list of everyone cleared by the security system? Of course, but other than Hirokawa's wives, it's me, some assorted staff, and a few advisors. Hirokawa wasn't overly trusting. Gee, why's that? The ruler of Sakar has many enemies, as the political landscape often changes while... I was being sarcastic, Conrad. Right, of course, my apologies. I'll retrieve a list of people with security clearance, and have the medical examiner begin working to determine a cause of death. And it's like, okay, cool. And then we zoom in on that, and it's like, okay. Which brings us back to day 4. Lacerations, ligature marks around the wrists and throat, traces of the poison known as Eclipta in his blood, and how did he die? Well, I'm not sure. But you have a laundry list of things that happened to him. Yes, but I don't know which one killed him. Lord Stone was stabbed, beaten, poisoned, strangled, and... cursed. It's like, okay, so it's pointing more to the witching thing. Is that an official medical determination? Yes. I think it's time to start interviews with the suspects. Conrad, bring anyone with security clearance to the grand room, and the lights, delay that order. I think our killer's making another house call. The security systems are offline. I need to manually input the codes to restore power to Conrad as he gets hit. It's like, ah, shit. Not again. I just died last week. See Imperial issue 1, AB. As he keeps getting hit with arrows, it's like, holy fucking shit. What the? And it just gets insane here. Oh, nice stapling. No loose pages. I wish I could say I'm seeing things, but these contacts are a brand new prescription, which means I'm about 89% sure that this guy is a hollow suit of armor that has come to life to try to kill me. I'd like to add on that onto my Why I Hate Sakara list, because the stomach issues and zits weren't bad enough. I now have to need to worry about inanimate objects committing murder. It's like when all the pots and pans come to life in Beauty and the Beast. Just, you know, if all the little teacups and weapons had weapons, and instead of singing a super catchy song to welcome their guests, yeah, it's all going nutty, and I really like that she's like, alright, fuck this shit, gets her sword out, and you see that smile on the blade. It's like, alright. They tried to kill you. They tried to kill him. And that's a really badass, pretty much like Red Sonja Conan kind of like, I'm gonna come and get you! And then just crack. The current remake culture, I'm pretty surprised nobody has gone in on the live-action horror remake of Beauty and the Beast. Wait for it, She-Hulk. I mean, we got Winnie the Pooh and shit. I mean, it's gonna happen. And it's gonna go hard, probably. Or maybe they just assume that it's scary enough on its own when all the plates and knives start dancing. Also a valid point. Because I can in fact confirm it is very scary. I'm kind of liking this kind of take on She-Hulk, even though this is like my first kind of big exposure of her like this. Rah! Sorry, got distracted a moment. Need to focus on destroying these suits of armor. It's a tale as old as time. And I really like this. She gets like a spear chucked at her and she just like sends it back. It's like, eat it. Very good. I know who the killer is, Conrad. It's so obvious. First, could we... Access to the palace, signs of a curse, magically reanimating empty gladiator armor. The killer is clearly... Help, please. I love how she tried to talk to him, and he's like, I'm fucking dying over here, man. Alright, sorry, I'll get a minute, and then I'll tell you that the killer is clearly... Thorn, Hirokawa's third wife. You had security clearance, motive to kill Alistair because of the arranged marriages and magic. And you tried to have me taken off the board by reanimating those suits of armor when I got too close to the truth. Yes, She-Hulk. I did kill Alistair, and I'll do it again. She didn't kill Alistair, I did. And then we get into the whole thing that, everybody. I stabbed Alistair while he slept. His blood is on my hands. Actually, Stone was killed by poison. A Eclipta, to be exact, which is found on my family's property in northern Sakar. I didn't want to kill Alistair, but the life he took from me, it was a just death for an unjust man. Alistair Stone was killed by my assassin. My assassin. He was hanged in his quarters, and his last moments on this earth were agonizing. Alien language. I killed him, and autopsy will prove that his death was mine. Do not take this from me. I've waited for justice longer than any of you. And She-Hulk's just like, oh, fucking shit. And I love how it just descends into chaos as they're fighting over who actually gets the fucking credit. Okay, enough. How about we say you all killed Alistair Stone, and you're all under arrest for murder? And then, see, they're all fighting each other, and they're like, okay. And they're like, what? Why is that funny? Jennifer, these women clearly had a blood feud with Alistair Stone, and a blood feud is settled with blood. Right, but murder is illegal? And I love that. She's like, is it illegal? It's like, on Earth, murder is illegal. So why did we waste our time solving a murder mystery if we can't do anything about the murder? I thought you simply enjoyed the thrill of the chase. It's like, yeah, that's one of them. And then kind of like at the end, she's like, God damn it. Or you could kill them for breaking Hulk's decree of peace. No? What? I'm not going to kill them. And this will become something you remember for the future. You came here with Earth customs, Earth laws, but this is Sakar. I don't need to remember this, Conrad. Because there's no future for me on Sakar. Planet She-Hulk series. Ah, shit. Hulk will return on day 5, and I will finally get off this planet. I will return to Earth to practice to my law practice, where I spend my days upholding laws and regulations to help keep order. And I can promise you, as we see them waiting, it's like, shit. Day 6. I will never ever return to Sakar. That's if you leave. Maybe Hulk is just running late. Rah! To be continued in Imperial issue 4. So, we'll see how that works out. While this also then teases, which I'm also getting, Imperial War Exiles. So, I enjoyed that this was like a murder mystery, and you find out at the end that all the wives pretty much killed him and wanted credit, and it's like, it's a blood feud. What? But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see She-Hulk understand her kind of voice. I kind of liked how the writers were able to have She-Hulk's voice here, even though I'm not that well versed with She-Hulk. I kind of liked her take and how she was able to have her action, doing her deductions and everything, dealing with some crazy shit of like reanimated armor and people just being like, I'm a fight, and she's like, no. And yeah, I think it added a lot of stuff to it, but well, not a lot of stuff. I like the added value that I got from it, but if that doesn't appeal to you for the Imperial stuff and like the linking up of probably what's going on for like the Planet She-Hulk series, I completely understand that. So, those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.